Hello again. So I'm sitting here surrounded by the opposition of life to talk about life, or Living Intentionally for Excellence by Chris Brady and Orrin Woodward, because they are part of launching a leadership revolution, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't know the leadership part. I didn't have that leadership part down, and I'm learning. Because I wanted to create a do-it-yourself university for edgy-punks, edupreneurs, and wanted to be a part of the transformation of a higher education. So I created a company based on potential. And let's say that this blank sheet of paper in front of you represents potential. And this little dot right here represents a turning point in your life. That turning point that Orrin talks about, that doesn't happen very often. When you finally reach that point when you say, I want to do something better with my life. I know there's got to be more out here, and I'm going to work on being a better person, doing that, achieving that, graduating school, whatever it is. Well, when you're moving along the timeline, getting up to a higher level of yourself is an uphill battle. It's a climb. It takes some work. You don't just rocket straight up there. And then what happens when you get to that place? Well, most people don't have a vision of where they're going to go after that. They've only ever seen themselves at that point, so they have no clue what to do once they get there. And they're going along in life, and everything's okay, but finally they get to another turning point or another place in their life where they just feel like things are not quite right again. And what happens most of the time is they start slipping in their business or in their life, and they start sliding downhill. You can see the same thing with profits. When you start a company, it takes a little while to get things up and going. Oh, you're running, you're operating, you're showing plans, you're doing good, and then all of a sudden, you're slipping, you're going back. Well, go back here and look at that guy again. And ask him, what did he want to do after that? Where did he want to go? What was the purpose of doing this? And why did I do that? Why do I want to let this go? And where do I want to take it from here? So you go back and you move on towards your next movement. And I like to compare that, though my drawing capacity isn't very good, to my black hat. Right? Because I wanted to brand an image into people's minds when they thought of my logo, and I was trying to create this on my own. I didn't have team. I didn't have my own logo, so I had to do all this for myself. So anyway, each of these points can also represent a part of who you are. You look around the cemetery and it'll say things like father and son, husband and wife. You know, those were aspects of who those people were. What we try to do, and what life is trying to do, and what team is trying to do, is help people. My pen's not cooperating. We want to help people focus all these different aspects of their life so that they can create a vision, or you can create a vision of who you are. Because you also wear a father hat, you're probably wearing a son hat, you're wearing a husband hat, you're wearing a worker's hat. You know, what you go to work, you have a job, you have a work hat. You're a person that's probably a little bit different at work than you are at home. So what Orrin and Chris have done is take the same kind of concept, except they've broke life into 8 different opportunities for living intentionally. So each of these points can then become one of the F's of life. Faith, freedom, finances, friendship, fun, following, fitness, and I'm struggling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all these are also points then on our graphical project plan of how to stay focused on who we are. Well, I wanted to create what I called my University of Freedom to help teach people how to manage their hats. And I had this dream of I could start with the consulting and I could just help individuals one at a time, then get to speaking and just, build this network up and recommend books and recommend websites and recommend technologies to help them and just show them that they can, because I'm a can. I don't know about you, but I am a can. My father instilled that one great lesson in me, that a can't didn't do anything. He just sat there. So I'm a can. And I want you to be can. And you are cans. You're already doing it. You're already trying. If you're on the team and you have a dream, you're already trying. So let's learn how to focus that dream together, because we want to get a bigger picture. See, for me, I wanted to be a writer, I wanted to be a teacher, and I wanted to be somebody who helped others, and I wanted to be able to travel, and I wanted to have fun, and I wanted to have all these opportunities in my life. And I wanted to turn doing all that into my living. I wanted to make a living just being alive, because my ability to still be alive is a miracle, and I wanted to go out and find a way to make a living at it. And that's what I've been trying to do. And now, not only do I have the opportunity to do it and the resources that I dreamed of, you have them too, thanks to two guys who were just as visionary in their thinking, if not more so, because they had the leadership to get it done, to get it built to this point, to get it to where I can now step in and take some of the hard work off of myself and focus on how to build my team, how to make you the focus of my success. Because if I make you successful with your dreams, then that's only going to be good for me. And that's all I ever wanted to do, was help other people. I wanted to employ the world so that they could live an enjoyable life and fill their dash with all kinds of excitement and all kinds of adventure. So I created the adventures of Conrad von Supertramp. I hadn't read some of the books that Orrin and Chris had and didn't have the knowledge about, creating trust and building community. And I wanted to build a community. I want to make all this money so I can buy 40 acres and build my own town and invite all my friends that share the American dream, the American spirit, and are positive, and they love pursuing what makes them happy, and they know that there is freedom in this country, but it's slipping, and they want to do something. And I wanted to help them be able to do something. And now, thanks to two smart guys and almost 1 million, on the way to 1 million other really smart guys and gals, lots of smart gals in there too, we have a revolutionary opportunity to fix our problems. Because if I can, you can. And if I can do what I've already done on my own with guidance and a team like you guys, a team like Joe Clark, a team like Marie Kerr, a team like Larry Cheatham, a team like Ray, I'm forgetting Ray Abernathy, sorry Ray, I got good team. And that means I've got the tools that I need to be successful, because that's what I was always trying to build, was find somebody who could maybe edit a book here for me, and I'd pay them, and we'd work deals out, and we'd barter. Well, now we all have a common goal. We all have common product. We're all on the same team. And I'm here to help you guys succeed. I am excited because I want to fill my life dash with like 12 feet of stuff. I'm living it. I'm doing it. I'm already doing it. I've done everything I can, but I want to be off disability. I want to be able to prove that people with disabilities can do this, that people who are told they can't anymore can find new opportunity just by being themselves, just by focusing on taking care of themselves and helping other people do it. I know the power of eating and drinking healthy and consuming healthy products, not just through product, but through mental product, through what I read, what I watch, what I think about, what I focus on. And I learned all this, and I struggled with all this for years when I could have been learning it super fast thanks to the team. But now I'm on the team. I'm excited. I got a purpose. I know what I did. I've known it for years. This is what God wanted me to do, to stand up and to build a team and to help a team achieve. And I learned a lot of cool tricks along the way, a lot of little cheap free advertising and little ways to build a social network and to capitalize on the free technology that maybe some of you aren't able to manage. Maybe that's one of your weaknesses that Paul Pilsner talks about in The New Millionaires. Well, I'm really good at that, and I'm looking forward to helping you learn to be really good at it too. because there's a lot of free information outside of the team that can help you be a better team member, be a better team leader. Not that they aren't providing everything they can, but we got to have bigger and better and faster leaders. We got to start increasing leadership more and more. So that means we need more black diamonds. That's where I want to be next. I want to be the guy that beats 30 months. I want to do it in 24. I think that would just absolutely rock. Just blow the world away. But I need a team to do it. I need an awesome team. So if you're not on my team, I want you on my team. If I've written you a story of success, that's what I want to do for you. I want to make those stories come true. I want to make the potential that I see in you able to fully come out. I am Conrad von Supertramp. I am Supertramp Consulting, and I created the University of Freedom, and we are all now a part of team. And team is now a part of University of Freedom and Supertramp Consulting. And we're going to work together to build a network of 1 million positive, focused leaders who are intentionally living a life of excellence in order to fix all the problems that are so darn easy to fix. And a lot of this stuff is just sitting there ready for us to grab a hold of, but we got to learn how to see it. We got to learn how to change our vision to live a life rather than focusing on we may not live a life. Because see, you got just as much chance for this timeline to go on until you're 80 years old. And everywhere you go, you got to be managing your hats. So what's your 80-year-old hat look like? Well, so far, my poor hat is about 4 years old. And he's looking a little rough. I can't imagine what it's going to look like when I'm 80. But I have that potential now, and so do you. So what are you going to look like when you're 80? What dreams do you want to have? I want to build a motorcycle that's capable of flying into outer space, because I want to enter the private industry space race that's going to come next. That's already coming. They're shutting down NASA. The government can't afford it. It's going to private industry. Virgin Air is going after it. I want to be a piece of that game, because I want to fly into a black hole just to see what happens, because I think it'd be really rocking cool. But in the meantime, I want to build a lot of really awesome technologies that can help a lot of people. I want to help people in cancer find ways to rethink, to visually and auditorily not be going through cancer when they go to their chemo treatment, to get real mental health stimuli through the same kind of things that we're doing, being able to read, being able to listen to auditory, being able to listen to survivors. We can do so much with the same concept of life. How do we promote life? And every one of you has a story of life. You're alive, so you've got a story about your life. You can then turn that story into an instant bestseller with team. That's exciting. I mean, that's super awesome exciting, especially for a guy who's already got some books half written, you know, and one of them kind of done. And it's available on my website, supertrampconsulting.com, for download for the Kindle, because that was a free application to be able to publish a book. There is potential out there, and this is an exciting, exciting time. I've only been signed up and knowledgeable and in the know for a week, and I've got this huge big picture plan, and you guys are all part of it. I want you on my team. If you're not on my team, let me get on your team. Let me work for you. Let me help you, because I know that I can do this, and I know that this is what I'm here to do, and I'm here to do it for you. I want to make you successful. I am Justin Kurtz, aka Conrad von Supertramp.